What is going on, everybody? It is Dylan back with another video. Now, I know most of you guys are used to my players who invest in Diamond Dynasty, but we're going to change it up, and we're going to do my annual How to Scout in MLB. This one is the MLB 21, the show, and so it's almost the same thing every year. We are not seeing a big change ever, so let's just get right into it. So the first thing is you want to go to the top right, acquisitions, and you want to go to contracts. You want to go to scouts. You want to see the most expensive scouts that you can get because usually they have the best overalls. That doesn't necessarily mean that's what you're looking for, but as you can see, the East scout worth 3.3 million has a lot of high overalls. Same with the Central. So you just want to get your highest scouts in there, and you want to make sure you have one of each. If you're gonna neglect anything, I suggest the West. You don't get as much West talent as everything else, but just for the sake of the video, we'll do that. So once you get your scouts that you want, you're gonna go into scouting. Now, one question I know I'm going to get, so I'll answer it right now before we talk about this. You cannot control what type of scouts come into the game. It's all random. So you just pick and choose basically when you get those higher scouts, and the sooner you get them, the longer you can hold on to them. So the next thing is you'll see the screen, and you'll see little indications. The blue chip that you see next to these players' names means they're a blue chip prospect. So it doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to be amazing or anything like that. What it means is you have them fully scouted. And when you see the little red bullseye, that means that you have just recently discovered these players. So if you ever see the blue chip, it's supposed to do the blue chip prospect, but it basically just means that you have them fully scouted. So next, what you're going to want to do is you want to go to each region's scout. Start off at pitching. And this will vary as you go on to seasons. You could switch it and spend more time with whatever positions you need. But when I'm starting off, the first few seasons, and this is always how the game goes, the first 2 seasons, I say, is maxed out on talent. And then from there on, you're not going to see as much talent. So for scouting pitching, what I always do is I go a week. So you get done with the week. Usually the West should be done earlier. If not, I'll go another week. Go through here, all that. And so they're also on pitchers. So you want to try to diverse as much scouting as you can. So as you could see from the list, these are players that have popped up, but the most recent ones are going to have that little target on it. So now, switch to catcher. And catcher, guys, I'm going to do for about 5 days. Somewhere around there. So we did it, and of course, West was done. So then we'll go to Infield. And we're going to sim for a week. God, there's so many injuries. Should have just turned them off for the sake of the video. Alright, so the Infield is done. It's not fully scouted, like I said. You guys could spend more time if you need those positions, but I'm just going to do the quick tutorial version of them. And yet again, we're going to sim for another week. You could do less time too, but I feel like this is always the most efficient way to do it. There probably might be a better way, but it's just the way I've always done it. So now, guys, what you're going to want to do is scout whatever position you do need. and you should have quite a bit of talent at every position. As you can see, right field, center, left. So the first thing that you want to look for, if you don't need any specific position, if you're just trying to look for the best prospects, a lot of people want to look at the overall and base it off that. But what you want to actually look for is the potential. So you want to scout all your 80 potential players because it can only go down. It will never go up. So all these 75s and 70s, as you scout them more, they're either going to stay the same or decrease. They never go up. So the 80s, you want to do scout them first, and you want to get all your 80s because that determines the more quality talent that you're going to get with your draft pick. So the next thing you do with that is once you have your 80s, you're also going to get the overall. So guys like this with an 80-80 are guys you're going to want to scout. Another thing I suggest looking out for, and this is once you get a couple more seasons into the game, is look at the age. Because you might be drafting a 25-year-old that has the potential of an 80, but he's got a low overall, and it's not really worth investing a draft pick in. So yeah, you're just going to want to go and, for the sake of this, that messed up. Going to hit square, get him there. We're going to go down to our west, get him as well. And there's only 3 players with an 80 overall. So that guy's got a 70 potential. So there's not a whole lot of scouting him. We'll get him, and now we need a East. So we'll go back here and just find any East player. And then the last step that you guys are going to want to do, I do 3 days. I feel like 3 days is the most efficient time. If you have some really good scouts, you can actually get a pretty good read on them in 2. As you can see, you get, like I said, a pretty good read on them too. But 3 will get you the most that you could get and still scout quite a few guys. So as you can see, the draft is in 23 days. So if you do 4 players per 3 days, and you could do it about 7 times, you're looking at say 7 or 8 guys at least per region, and it gets quite a bit of the talent that you're looking for. So if you guys did enjoy the video, please leave a like. Comment if you guys actually have any better ways. I'm always down to put that out. And give shout outs to people like that. Just want to find the most efficient way to get the scouting because MLB's had the same thing for years now. So we can get a better way to get the scouting. I'm all ears. So hope this did help, guys, and we will see you in the next video.